truth when Lord Mukunda says he was incapable of depicting the magnanimity of the correct maiden of Vraja, as mentioned in the Bhakti and in the Raslila pastime. When the gopi were overwhelmed with dissatisfaction due to Lord Krishna's absence from the Rasalila, Krishna returned to them and said, "My dear gopi, our meeting is certainly free from all material contamination. I must admit that even within a lifetime of Brahma, it will be impossible for me to repay my debt to you, because you have all cut off the bandage of family life just to search for me. Consequently, I am unable to repay you. Therefore, let your glorious deeds be your compensation in this regard." O Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you appeared at the hour of greatest need. At that time, everyone practiced body worship and flesh religion, which any honest man will admit is ignorance. The yogi were cheating the public with cheap miracles, exploiting them for money and pleasure. The philosophers, bewildered in trying to capture the infinite, found that their knowledge had led them into the void of nihilism. The mutterers of mantra were working to become well-known japa chanters. Ascetic practice murderers torture and spiritual suicide. The proud gave in charity only to secure their fame, and all these abominable acts were performed in the name of Anuraga Bhajan, the highest devotion to Godhead. At that dark hour, when all good intelligence had been spoiled by misconception, you were sent by the will of Providence. When he appeared within the dark evening sky, the full moon gave life to all the medicinal herbs within the universe by his cooling rays. He also helps the stars to twinkle, and their nectarian pleasure increases as they illuminate the world. O Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you have appeared like the moon to unravel the meaning of the scriptures, which act like medicine to soothe the diseased soul of this world. Your advent gave pleasure to the saints who, like stars, helped by the moon, can illuminate others simply by reflecting your light. I will read the last one, which is very famous. What was sanctioned by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his descent was intimately known only to Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. Sanatana Goswami, the elder brother of Sri Rupa Goswami, was attentive to that divine truth, and Rupa Goswami himself served that very things with his own hand to the devotees. Raghunath Das Goswami tasted its sweetness and also added something of his own to its flavor. He was assisted in doing so by Raghunath Bhatta Goswami and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. What was distributed by Rupa and tested by Raghunath was protected by Sri Jiva Goswami, who lent support to his divinity with scriptural evidence. The test of that divine truth is aspired after by Sri Sukadeva Goswami, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, who regard it with the highest respect from a distance. What is that inconceivable ambrosia? The sublime sweet nectar of the mellows relished in the service of Srimati Radharani's holy feet. O Bhaktivinoda Thakur, within this world, you fully possess the ability to give us extraordinary nectar. So, anyone who read any of the books of Sridhar Maharaj can come to the conclusion. Personally, when I read Sridhar Maharaj books, after some time I just stop. It's so nectarian, and many times I cry, because it's a treasure of devotional mellow, it's a treasure of philosophy, and it's a non-ending help for in our daily practice of sadhana. So I wish you can all receive the blessing of Srila Sridhar Maharaj unlimitedly, and I wish you will all forgive my offenses, aparad, and I beg for your mercy of all of you all on my head. Hare Krishna.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shita Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Bhavan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Mukam karoti vachalam angam lungayate ginim jakripam tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarana. On this most auspicious day of the appearance of His Divine Grace Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti-Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, my Divine Master, I am in the fortunate position of glorifying His Divine Grace, though I feel extremely unfit to come out with His real glory. The main characteristic of Him that is most prominent in my heart is that He was the very embodiment of loving affection. And that affection was not mundane, but most divine. He was not a person of this world. He came from the spiritual world, and He only associated with spirit. Even those of us who had the good fortune of coming into His presence, we felt like He was associating with us as though we were also from that realm. And that caused us to search very, very strongly and with much effort for that to come out in ourselves. I feel that one of His specialities was in His ability to diagnose what our particular disease was. One time He said that the Western approach to religion was through intellectualism, but the Eastern approach to religion was through pranipat, pariprashna, and sevaya. We have been alone in this material world for so long, and when we come to spiritual life, we think that we will still be alone, so we must acquire some knowledge, and by our own qualification, go to that realm. But He impressed very strongly that we are not alone, and we are not meant to be alone. We are meant to be in a loving family. Therefore, it is most important for us to develop a loving connection with a child of that soil. Because if we can do so, that spiritual person will speak on our behalf, and by their grace, we can go there. One thing I wanted to say is that there is a certain quality in spiritual substance of a very brightness and also cooling atmosphere. And I felt this very strongly by His every action and word. And whenever I take shelter of Him, this spiritual feeling comes across very strong. So I have prayed to Him that He will come down here today and make His presence felt very strongly. So, by glorifying Him, we can all get His mercy and the mercy of our whole Guru Varga, and I hope that he will be pleased with me and keep me very near his lotus feet and keep me in very, very high sadhu sangha as he has done by guiding me here to the divine presence of my Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhakti.Tv Maharaj. So, my humble Dandavat pranams to everyone, and Hare Krishna.
I just said that there are two poles of Srila Guru Maharaj's life and precept. Both poles are very closely interlinked, interrelated. His one pole was that of great preacher, that of great preacher of message of Srimad Mahaprabhu, divine couple, his Guru Bhakta, from Madhyamadikar level. And the other pole of his life is esoteric. Actually, that's not so much known by the devotees in general. From time to time, some of the devotees, a few devotees among us, could receive some glimpse of that esoteric pole or part of Srila Guru Maharaj's life, taste, devotional character in relation to Srimad Mahaprabhu. Saparikar Srimad Mahaprabhu, Saparikar, specifically Srila Goswami Pad, in relation to Srila Goswami Prabhu and all his dearmost Rupanuga Guru Varga, then Srimad Mahaprabhu himself and the divine couple. Just as Guru Maharaj also referred to the Siddhanta quoting from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita often. বহিরঙ্গ সঙ্গে করে নাম সংকীর্তন, অন্তরঙ্গ সঙ্গে করে রস আস্বাদন. We also found two poles of Srimad Mahaprabhu's life. Two poles of Srimad Mahaprabhu's life and distribution. One pole was that of great Sankirtana movement. And we find that Srimad Mahaprabhu performed that great, glorious Krishna Sankirtana congregation with many devotees prior to his last 12 years in Puri Dham. After performing most wonderful transcendental Krishna Sankirtana, narrating the hearts of many fortunate Jiva souls with transcendental ecstasy of Krishna, transcendental ecstasy of Krishna praise, then Srimad Mahaprabhu revealed himself, deeply tasted himself in his esoteric Leela. We find that in Gambhira, with a few devotees, selected devotees, Swarupraya Ramananda Prabhu, sometimes Govinda used to be there. So similarly, when we look into we closely look into, deeply look into the lifestyle, the characteristics of the divine lives and precepts of the pure devotees, Uttamadikari devotees of Lord, of divine couple, then we find all of them have twofold life. Inseparably. They are actually inseparable from each other, so interrelated, we can't separate. Therefore, we can't really say one pole was external and other pole is truly internal, but just to make comparison, we say that, but both promote both poles. Even though Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami could describe it in this way, Bahiranga Sange Kare Nam Sankirtan, into Antaranga Sange Kare Rasa Asada. He wanted to draw some comparison between Sriman Mahaprabhu's performance, compassionate performance of Nam Sankirtana with general devotees, and his Rasa Asada, tasting the inner devotional love mellows with his few selected devotees. So, but still, Kaviraj Goswami actually did not mean Nam Sankirtan in external sense, even though apparently it appears like that Sriman Mahaprabhu performed Nam Sankirtana, but Nam Sankirtana he performed with many devotees, with congregation of devotees, with just external. Actually, Rasa Sadhana was fully internal. But it's not really that kind of external internal. But just as it is said, like when we draw, pure devotees draw a comparison between the rasas, then they have to say that Vatsalya rasa is lower than Madhurya rasa. But that doesn't mean that Vatsalya rasa is really low class rasa, but it's comparatively, we have to understand. Even Srimati Radhika, the owner, who has got all ownership of the world of Madhurya rasa service, is the goddess, unparalleled, super excellent, beloved goddess of the whole world of Madhurya rasa. Means all rasas, because Madhurya rasa includes all the rasas. Still, I heard from Srila Guru Maharaj, as mentioned by Goswami in Leela, in Gopalacham, that just after rising early in the morning, she would somehow touch the lotus feet of Mother Yashoda. I hook or may hook. Of course, it has to be understood, qualified way. So, because Mother Yashoda would be girding herself in such a way so that Srimati Radhika could not touch her feet, but she would definitely manage everything in such a way. All of a sudden, suddenly she would touch feet of Mother Yashoda and smear her head with her feet dust. Because in Saukya Rasa, Srimati Radhika is the eternal wife, transcendental wife, beloved goddess of Mahaprabhu. So back to the point. So in this way, even Srimati Radhika honors Vatsala Rasa in that way. So when she connects to Vatsala Rasa Leela, and that Rasa also becomes imbued, wonderfully imbued with Madhurya Rasa, color, taste, flavor of Madhurya Rasa. So Vatsala Rasa is also closely connected with Madhurya Rasa in this way, because Madhurya Rasa also includes Vatsala Rasa. So similarly, when Kaviraj Goswami described that Bahiranga Sange Kare Naam Sankirtan, actually just to compare between, it's not to be understood in real external sense that Naam Sankirtan is external, no. Otherwise then Mahaprabhu would not say Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Cheta Darpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadava Vinidvavanam Seyah Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyamadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. When Mahaprabhu clearly mentioned that everything is there, all our highest wealth, highest interest, everything is there in Naam Sankirtanam. So, Srimad Mahaprabhu's Naam Sankirtan and Rasa Sadhana, both parts were actually complementary to each other. They were promoter of each other. Because when we see Srimad Mahaprabhu was absorbed, overwhelmed with the divine ecstasy of Naam Sankirtan, that degree of his absorption, upsurge of ecstasy was also most wonderful. So, therefore we find that actually Srimad Mahaprabhu tasted the highest result, the goal of Naam Sankirtan, the highest fruit of Naam Sankirtan in his last 12 years in Gambhira with Swarup Damodar Rai Ramananda. Naam Sankirtan was also there through the devotional songs. Swarup Rai Ramurai, Swarup Ramananda would sing many beautiful, wonderful, loving devotional songs composed by Chandidas Vidyavati. Sometimes Rai Ramananda would also sing the wonderful songs, esoteric songs composed by himself. Chandidas Vidyavati has been referred to. It has been mentioned in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chandidas Vidyavati Rayer Nataka Giti Karnamrita Sigita Govinda. Srimad Mahaprabhu used to relish these pure devotional songs, transcendental love songs meant for divine couple, composed by, in his last years with Swarup Rai Ramananda, those songs composed by Srila Chandidas Prabhu, Srila Vidyavati Prabhu, also other Vaishnava Acharyas, aided by them, also composed by Rai Ramananda, such as Jagannath Vallabh Natho and others. So in this way, actually we find the manifestation, the esoteric fold of manifestation of Naam Sankirtan in his Rasa Sadhana. All pure devotees of Srimad Mahaprabhu also naturally inherit that quality. Because as much as the following of Sri Guru Gauranga, Radha Gopinath become purer to purest, so accordingly they also become blessed, embraced by the divine qualities of their lordships themselves, Srimad Mahaprabhu and divine couple. The qualities of Supreme Beautiful Lord, Supreme Personality of Divine Truth, Srimad Mahaprabhu divine couple automatically, most naturally become transmitted, they become manifest, revealed in the hearts, lives of their pure devotees, because they become so united with their lordships in heartfelt devotional love that they cannot but embrace those divine qualities of their lordships. So naturally, we found those qualities were also manifest in Srila Guru Maharaj's life and precept. So, similarly in this way, Srila Guru Maharaj had twofolded life. In one fold, back to the point, in one fold, he was great, most stalwart, victorious preacher of the mission of Sri Gurudeva Saraswati. And of course, that's a divine couple already included when we say Sri Gurudeva Saraswati Dhara. And on the other fold, Guru Maharaj was great relisher of the rasa, raga bhakti for Srimad Mahaprabhu and divine couple. Just, I know, time is short. I can present some glimpse into that, just little bit. One day, and you can have some idea. At that point, I was just in charge of Guru Maharaj's small press in Chaitanya Saraswat Month anyway. So just for some special service need, excuse me Maharaj, just a little bit. I just came upstairs, nobody was around. Nobody was there around Guru Maharaj, he was just alone. And I found he was walking all over his veranda, southern veranda, just outside his room. It was not just plain walking, not just regular walking. It was walking come dancing. And I silently approached him without letting him know that anyone came. And I found him just walking, it's not walking, walking come dancing, dancing very gracefully, not heavily dancing, but very gracefully, softly dancing, absorbed in the mood with tears in eyes, and pronouncing, reciting, or singing the verses, a few verses from Premadhama Deva Stotra. One of them, Nasha Pancha Varsha Purna Janma Bhumi Darshana. Nasha Pancha, and just clapping in his hand and just dancing, absorbed in his own mood. And just after reciting that verse, Nasha Pancha Varsha Purna Janma Bhumi Darshana, Laksha Koti Loka Lubdha Mukdha Drishti Karshanam, Koti Kantha Krishna Nama Ghosha Bheditambaram, Prema Dhama Deva Meva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. Remembering that part of beautiful Leela of Lord Chaitanya, not Gaura Sundar, the favorite name the very endearing name of Lord Chaitanya, chosen by Guru Maharaj, was Gaura Sundara, one of the favorite names, most favorite names. Navami Gaura Sundara. And then immediately after that, he remembered the corresponding song from Vaishnava Padavali, composed by Vasu Ghosh. Dhaulo nadiyalo, Gaurango dekhite, Anande akul chito napare cholite, Chirodiner gora chade padana area, Trishito chakuro akhi raholo madhya. That song. That's the corresponding song. Describing the lila, that part of lila of Srimad Mahaprabhu, that when he came back to bless his Janmabhumi, birthplace again after 5 years since he took sannyas, and then whoever heard that news became mad, became so overwhelmed with ecstasy. They simply became mad to have darshan of Gauranga, and then became assembled. Lakhs and lakhs people became assembled to see Gauranga in overwhelming joy. And Srila Guru Maharaj beautifully depicted the picture of Srimad Mahaprabhu's Lila through that verse of Premadhama Deva Stotra, Nasha Panchavarsha Purna. The same picture has been also wonderfully, beautifully described by one of the foremost devotees of Lord Chaitanya, Vasu Ghosh. Also, thereafter he also started singing other beautiful verses. The time is short, so I have to stop here. Other Vaishnavacharyas are here to speak in glorification of His divine grace, Srila Sridhar Maharaja. I must honor it. Thank you all so much for your presence on this most holy occasion today. I have deep, deep gratitude to Srila Bhakti-Vedanta Maharaj for arranging everything in glorification of Srila Guru Maharaj to celebrate his appearance day festival in such nice way, and also to all the assembled devotees who undoubtedly have very deep appreciation, deep regard and love for Srila Guru Maharaj according to their taste, levels of realization. Thank you all very much. My Dandavat pranams to all of you. Hare Krishna. आज सचमुच भी हम लोगों का परम सौभाग्य है कि परम पूज्यपाद श्री भक्ति श्रीधर महाराज जी का आविर्भाव तिथि हम लोगों ने बड़ी सुंदर रूप में मनाई। उनके शिष्य भी इसमें सम्मिलित हुए और मैं समझता हूँ कि सचमुच में ये बहुत अच्छी तरह से हम लोगों ने मनाया। दूसरी बात कि श्रील प्रभुपाद जी जब आए, श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर जब वो पधारे इस जगत, तो जैसे चैतन्य महाप्रभु अपने सारे भक्तों को लेकर के इस जगत में पधारे, श्रील प्रभुपाद भी इसी प्रकार से अपने बहुत से परिकरों के साथ पधारे। अन्यथा थोड़ी देर में ही इतना विश्व में प्रचार हो जाना जिस साधारण लोगों के लिए संभव नहीं है। इसलिए उनके जितने भी श्रील प्रभुपाद के शिष्य थे, सिमिलर श्रील प्रभुपाद, श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर came with his all associates And that is why very soon he preached his mission or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mission throughout the whole world. Similarly, so Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, among his Sishya, among his disciples, Param Pujyabad, Om Vishnu Pasismar, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaja, one of prominent. Srila Prabhupada gave him the name Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaja. What is the meaning of Bhakti Rakshak? तो हम प्रभुपाद ने जिन लोगों को नाम दिया उन नामों की कुछ सार्थकता रहती थी। आज जैसे नाम दे देते हैं ऐसे नहीं दिया। कुछ उन लोगों में कुछ गुण होते थे, गुण के अनुसार में वो नाम दिया करते थे। प्रभुपाद used to select their name or to give their name and his upadhi according to their abilities and qualities. Not like today, no ability, no quality, nothing but name is given like this. So Prabhupada thought something and gave his name Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar. What is the meaning of Rakshak? Rakshak का माने क्या होता है? तो भक्ति के रक्षक। दो प्रकार से रक्षा होती है। एक भक्ति के विरुद्ध जितने प्रकार के मतवाद हैं, मायावाद, सहजिया, सती, देवी इत्यादि, जितने प्रकार के नॉनसेंस विचार हैं, सबका संपूर्ण रूप से खंडन करके शास्त्रीय प्रबल प्रमाण और शास्त्रीय युक्तियों के ऊपर, अखंडनीय युक्तियों के ऊपर में भक्ति की रक्षा की जा सकती। इनमें ये गुण था। अपने सुंदर शास्त्रीय विचारों और युक्तियों, प्रबल युक्तियों के द्वारा विरुद्धवादियों का उन्होंने मुख बंद किया और भक्ति की रक्षा की। One thing is that who is the protector of bhakti? Bhakti can be protected, shaped by cutting all the arguments of bhakti virodhi sampradaya, like Mayavadi, Kevaladvaitavadi, and all other Sajiya, Sati, Bhekti, Sajiya, Smart, Jati, Gosai, so many. As Prabhupada did it. After Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaja, he cutted all the arguments, like our Guru Maharaj had cutted all the arguments of Kevaladvaitavadi, Mayavadi, Sajiya, Shekhi, Bhekti, and all. Especially some persons of Nimbak Sampradaya, some of Ramanandi Sampradaya, they attacked Gaudiya Vaishnava. Like Baldev Prabhu, he cutted all the arguments, established his own bhakti cult. Srila Prabhupada did so. And in his line, his disciple, Priya disciple, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaja, he cutted all the arguments of Kevaladvaitavadi, all his very basic principles and sound pramans and yukti, evidence. Anyone cannot उनसे आकर के प्रतिरोध नहीं कर सकता था। Anyone cannot oppose. At once he will be defeated by his arguments. और दूसरी बात, भक्ति तत्व की उन्होंने प्रतिष्ठा की। प्रभुपाद के बाद में करीब करीब गौड़ीय वैष्णव का था अस्तमित हो जाने जा रहा था। करीब करीब एक अंधकार युग आ रहा था। उस समय हम लोगों के गुरु महाराज जी ने श्री गौड़ीय पत्रिका, भागवत पत्रिका इत्यादि का आरंभ किया।
नवद्वीप धाम परिक्रमा आरंभ किया और देश विदेश में उन्होंने प्रचार आरंभ किया। उस समय में परम पूज्य श्रीधर महाराज उन लोग के गुरु जी के साथ में गौड़ीय वेदांत समिति में थे और बहुत दिनों तक थे, पहले प्रारंभिक अवस्था में। और गुरु जी ने उन्हीं को प्रेसिडेंट बनाया गौड़ीय वेदांत समिति का उस समय में। गौड़ीय वेदांत की स्थापना में भी वो थे। पीछे से उन्होंने कहा था आप बहुत अच्छे प्रचारक हैं, आप हमारे अंदर रह करके प्रचार करना आपके लिए ठीक नहीं होगा, आप स्वतंत्र रूप में प्रचार कीजिए, हमारे लिए थोड़ा सा जमीन दे दीजिए जिसमें रह करके गंगा के किनारे में भजन करूंगा। तो गुरु महाराज जी के पास में कुछ जमीन थी और जमीन को उन्होंने पूज्य श्रीधर महाराज को लिख करके दे दिया। तब से फिर से ये सारस्वत गौड़ीय मठ उन्होंने स्थापित की और वहां से वो प्रचार इत्यादि करने लगे, अपना भजन करने लगे। तो इस तरह से उन्होंने भक्ति की प्रतिष्ठा की। विशेष करके भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर का के जो प्रचारी दशमूल तत्व है, जिसका जैव धर्म में उन्होंने वर्णन किया है, और उसके अनुसार में उन्होंने संबंध, अविधेय और प्रयोजन इत्यादि की प्रतिष्ठा की। इसको पूज्य श्रीधर महाराज और खूबी के साथ उन्होंने इसकी प्रचार इसका किया और उसको स्थापित किया। परम पूज्य श्रीधर महाराज established in the line of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur संबंध, अविधेय and प्रयोजन। कृष्ण संबंध, कृष्ण भक्ति, अविधेय, कृष्ण प्रेम is प्रयोजन। He told something about this, how he preached this thing. Especially I want to explain one thing. मैं एक जो कुछ रह जाएगा, रामचंद्र भी ट्रांसलेटिंग in English. Once एक बार की बात है, मथुरा में ब्रजमंडल परिक्रमा like we are doing, but he was doing on foot. About 500 devotees were with him. In the last when it was completed, परम पूज्यपाल श्रीधर महाराज, परम पूज्यपाल पुरी महाराज, भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी महाराज, at that time he was had not taken sannyas. His name was Paramananda Paramananda Prabhu. You know Rishikesh Maharaj. ऋषिकेश महाराज पहले, अब तो नहीं। ऋषिकेश महाराज, परम पूज्यपाद जजावर महाराज, द लास्ट सन्यासी ऑफ श्रील प्रभुपाद, और भी बहुत से लोग यहाँ पर आए थे, all well assembled here. And परम पूज्यपाद ऋषिकेश महाराज asked a question in that council. उसमें उन्होंने प्रश्न किया, जीव का अपना कोई स्वरूप है कि या नहीं है? जीव का स्वरूप है नित्य कृष्णदास, जीव का स्वरूप कृष्णदास है, ये तो कहा गया। किंतु संग के प्रभाव से उसमें भक्ति का संचार होता है और वह किसी रस में प्रतिष्ठित होता है, अथवा ये जीव के स्वरूप में अपना कुछ है। क्या बोलो तो? What was the question?
Question was that does the living entity have its original form, or it is according to the association of devotees that form is inducted in that living entity?
Are you understanding? आप थोड़ा सा और मैं तो हमारा प्रश्न समझ रहे हैं, आप इसको थोड़ा सा एलेबोरेट कर सकते हैं। उनका प्रश्न ये था कि बात क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस, जीवन स्वरूप है नित्य कृष्णदास, प्रत्येक जीव का अपना कोई रस है, अथवा संग के प्रभाव से जीव में यह रस आता है। साधारण रूप में कृष्ण का जीव का स्वरूप कृष्णदास है, किंतु किसी का गोपी स्वरूप है, किसी का दास्य स्वरूप है, किसी का सख है, किसी का वात्सल्य, ये कैसे होता है? किसी उन्नत वैष्णव के संग से होता है अथवा उसके स्वरूप में ही ऐसा है? Anyone has, we see that anyone is worshipping Krishna as a Dastaras, Sakharas, any Vatsalas, anyone is serving him or wants to serve him in Madhuras. Why so different? Is it as a result of Sangha or this a special thing in his own स्वरूप? यह प्रश्न सुन करके सभी लोग विचार करने लगे। किसी ने कहा कि जीव का अपना कोई स्वरूप नहीं है, जीव हैज नो स्वरूप एट ऑल, बट ही हैज टेंडेंसी फॉर ऑल, एंड बाय साधु संग इट कम्स लाइक सेम एज इज एसोसिएशन। किसी ने ये कहा कि जीव का अपना कोई रस नहीं है, साधु संग के द्वारा उसमें रस या उसमें उस तरह का कोई भाव उसके अंदर नहीं, सख्त दास सख्त वात्सल्य। बहुत डिस्कशन हुआ इसके विषय में। अंत में परम पूज्य श्रीधर महाराज जी, हमारे गुरु जी इत्यादि थे, तो परम पूज्य श्रीधर महाराज जी ने कहा, जैसे हमारा ये कंस्ट्रक्शन है, as we have this body, beautiful senses are here, our hands, beautiful nose, beautiful eyes, everything is here. So Jiva has this thing, and a special kind of rush is there. It cannot be changed. It may be that by association it will come gradually, but that very rush will come what is in his shape. Bhakti told that Bhakti had told, especially in the explanation of Sikshastakam. In first sloka, vividly he is told that Bhakti is telling like he told an example of this, that if we go to Jamuna bank or Ganges bank and we should take so many kinds of seeds like mango, tamarind, jackfruit, neem, so many, and you should give there in the same soil, and same Ganges water can be given. Same sun, one sun is giving heat or light. Same air is there. All environment are same. But why from neem tree comes from neem seed, and it becomes so bitter. Why? Same water, same environment was there, but the fruits very sweet. There is also a seed of chili. Why it becomes so bitter? Why it becomes? So it seems that all the jivas have a special swarupa, a special form, a special everything. They cannot change this. But if anyone is of Dasyaras, he cannot go up to Mathura. Never he can go. But if anyone is of Madhuras, कोई मधुरस का है, तो उसका यदि एसोसिएशन दासरस वाले किसी भक्त से हो, if he has received the association of Dasaras, he will come up to Dasaras. and after that he will have any Shiksha Guru of partial or Arshakar. He will go up to that. And after that it may be that he will have the association of more better of Madhuras than the original will come out. But those who have not of Madhuras, they cannot go there. Never. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tried very hard to give this thing to Murari Gupta, Srivas Pandit, and Anupam was also was given by Swarup and Sanatana Goswami, but they never do that. They cannot. But we see, on the other hand, हम दूसरे हाथ में हम देखते हैं, we see on other hand that the disciples of Ramanuja society, that Gopal Bhatta, his father, and so many were. There are in Ramanuja Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, but by the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were turned into Gaudiya Vaishnava, follower of Sri Radha Krishna Kanjugal. Shyamananda Prabhu in the same way, Baldev Vidyabhushan in the same way. So, I am fortunate to hear from Sridhar Maharaj, my Gurudev, like this. I heard from so many Gaudiya Vaishnavas that you have no Sarup, his special Sarup. But I am sure and in strong faith, because I have heard Pujyapad Sridhar Maharaj or Guru Maharaj, Pujyapad Jataul Maharaj, all these things. ऐसे ही उनके बहुत सी लीलाएं हैं, बहुत सी कथाएं हैं, समय हो गया है, उन लोगों का आरती का समय जा रहा है और time for आरती is going on. We used to do at 6, but now it is 8. So इस तरह से हम लोग पीछे कभी इनके संबंध में बतलाएंगे. आज हम उनके इस पुनीत दिन पर उनके चरणों में मैं यही कह करके अपनी पुष्पांजलि प्रदान करता हूँ कि उनका भक्ति का विचार, भक्ति रक्षक का विचार, ये किस प्रकार से भक्ति रक्षक थे. और थोड़ा सा ये सुनिए, श्रीधर, why he kept Sridhar? There are two Sridhar. दो श्रीधर हैं. एक श्रीधर कौन? श्रीधर घोष, the explainer of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sridhar Swami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very fond of that explanation. Sridhar Swami. Sridhar Swami, Swami के जन्माने से बेश्या करी मैंने, he has told like so. उन्होंने ऐसा कहा. तो एक तो श्रीधर स्वामी अपने विचारों से समस्त मायावादियों को केवल अद्वैत की बात को जैसे बंसी से मछली पकड़ते हैं उस प्रकार से टोप दे करके उनको थोड़ा सा मायाभूत का बात का पूट दे करके और भक्ति के तरफ सब लोगों को खींच लाया. इसलिए वो श्रीधर महाराज जी के समान, श्रीधर जी के समान. But I told
there is one Sridhar Swami ji, he has given commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, and Mahaprabhu was very much fond of it, and he has once explained that who does not accept Sridhar Swami, he is like a prostitute. He has given a slightest tinge of Mayavad in that way. He has just caught as a net catches the fish, similarly he has caught the Mayavadi into Bhakti Ras.
इसलिए वो श्रीधर इस दृष्टि से भक्त की दृष्टि से श्रीधर भक्ति की रक्षा उन्होंने की और दूसरी तरफ में श्रीधर हमारे उपास्य श्रीधर हुई श्रीधर. Ultimately we see that Sridhar is Narayan. Sri mane Lakshmi. But सर्व लक्ष्मी is श्रीमती राधिका. जो राधिका को धारण करके अपनी सत्ता की रक्षा करते हैं वो श्रीधर. But
Sridhar means, the inner meaning of Sridhar is Krishna who accepts Radharani and hence he protects his existence. So he is Sridhar.
If Radhika is not there, he is not taking Ashra of Srimati Radhika, Krishna is Nirvisheshu. He is Shunya Brahma, like this. So Sridhar, who is Sridhar? Not Narayan here. It can be taken direct by that word. Sridhar means Lakshmi Narayan. But Sridhar is in first sloka of Mangalacharana of Jayadev Goswami. Srita Kamala, Kucha Mandala, Srita Mandala, Kalita Lalita Panamal, Jaya Jaya Dev Hare. Here Sridhar. Because taking the Avalamban means shelter. Without the help of Srimati Radhika, Krishna cannot take and do anything. Even he cannot take the Govardhan mountain and he cannot be made so beautiful if Radhika is not there. Sri Mukha Chandra Chako. So Sridhar means this thing. So Prabhupada thought all these things and gave this proper name to him. इसलिए आज उनके चरणों में हम लोग पुष्पांजलि प्रदान करते हैं. वो चले गए हैं, उनकी मृत्यु हो गई है, ऐसा don't think. He is not here, you should not think. They will never die. They are eternal. They are eternal servant of Sridhar Das. Sridhar. So Sridhar Das or Sridhar Goswami, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaja is always present. सब समय वो है. आज हमारे गुरु के साथ हम लोग के साथ ऊपर कृपा करें. जब उनके विचारों से हम लोग स्नान होकर के उनके लाइन पे चढ़ करके अपने गुरुदेव की सेवा कर सके. He was very gurunist. So I am praying that he should bestow his mercy upon us, causeless mercy, that we can serve our Gurudev in the same line. And he should bestow his mercy that we should also know Bhakti like in the line of him. So this is our Pushpanjali in the Lotus feet of Param Pujyapad Om Vishnu Bhasya Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. Gaur Praman. In very morning, our Arati will be done at about 5:30. 4:30. And Sankirtan may be done. And after that, our buses will come. And you should try to see as they will direct. No utensil, bedding or anything are needed there. आप लोगों को कुछ खाने पीने के लिए कोई भी ले जाने की जरूरत है. No need of taking any prasadam. Okay. Everything will be arranged there. So you should all come here and positively, and we will go to Madhuban, Dalban, Umudban and Bokla. And we will glorify what kinds of past and sweet pastimes of Krishna and Srimati Radhika were done. And you will be very much careful for all this. आज यही तक काम करके मैं अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ. गौ प्रमाण.
The buses will arrive at 5 o'clock. Now, I have noticed last years that tendency is that everyone goes in the bus, Kirtan is going on, and then it is very difficult to organize. I think Srila Gurudeva will come down and speak just a little bit. After Kirtan you will speak anything, just a little bit. So all should stay here, and then after Srila Gurudeva is finished with his Harikatha, we will all go to the buses, and then we will also direct everyone how to go to the buses. We've all received tickets. Those who have not should come to me right after Artik. And morning, it will be like numbers 1 to 70, bus number 1, number 72. These buses can contain about 60 Western persons, about 120 Indian persons. So some are here, some will not be here. So between 1 and 70, there will be about 60 who will be there. Some brahmacharis will come in each bus to have kirtan and give their association. So like that, 4 buses will come. So you've all received your number. This will be the program tomorrow morning after Harikatha.
Also respect brahmacharis and Radha Kundam Devi Brahmamoradika Mahatman Radhu Yasri Guru Vancha Kalpatarudasya Krita Sindhu Jayivasa Pavanithu Vaishnavithu Namo Mahavatanyaya Krishna Prema Rajani Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Sadabhaktaya Namo Anga Shyamalim Chata Viraviso Mande Kuchendi Varam Jatanja Gudaruti Sangvita Sangpattam Varasya Vrindananigasinam Hridirasaddama Viramodaram Radha Sandati Vesito Jalpujan Dhyayem Damodaram Dhyayem Dam Yam Pradashantamanupelitam Apeta Krityam Vaipayano Virahaka Haryaju Putreti Tanmayataya Sarvobhinedu Sansarvabhutaridayam Munimanupam Tavaivasmi Najivami Tvayavina Iti Vignayara Sangayamamacharam Vajami Radham Aravinda Netram Varami Radham Sakshyam Vadami Radham Karna Marajram Tato Mamannam Sitavirnakam कल हम लोग श्री दामोदर के से हम लोग बतला रहे थे कि सत्यव्रत मुनि प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, विशेष करके उनकी बाल्य लीलाओं का, मधुर बाल्य लीलाओं का स्मरण करते हुए बतला रहे हैं। और मैं लाख बड़ों की मैं इच्छा नहीं करता, मैं तो केवल यही चाहता हूं यशोदा जी ने जिस कृष्ण के मुखारविंद को पारमाचुंबन किया और भीतर से एक और अभिलाषा थी किंतु अभी व्यक्त नहीं किया, मैं उसी मुखारविंद को अपने हृदय में सदा के लिए रखना चाहता हूं और लाखों बड़ों की हमें कोई भी आवश्यकता नहीं। Srila Muni was praying to Gopal that I don't want lakhs and lakhs benedictions, but I want the very face which was kissed by Yashoda always, sometimes also kissed by Murali Venu, also it was kissed by all the gopis, Sati, especially by Chandravali and Srimati Radhika, and especially by Radhika. But he could not. He had to say this because his prayer was not so much high now. इसलिए वो ये प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने देखा ऐसा दुर्लभ वर साधारण रूप में नहीं पाया जा सकता। It is very rare. It is so high class of benediction that I am not qualified. I am not qualified to have this benediction. How it can be achieved? You heard yesterday
that Nam Sankirtan and Krishna is himself both. But Nam are of so many kinds. Jagat Sambandhiya Nam, the name related to this world, Jagannath, Brahma, Paramatma, Jagadish, like this. And secondly, prominent names like Narayan, Ram and all others. And most supreme names. Agataman Jasodanandanam Nandasunu Kamalanayan Gopi Chandra Vrindavanandra Pranatakaruna Krishna Vidyaneka Swarupe Kaimamaruchai Parthatannamadheya. More superior. Narad Vina, Narad Muni Bajaye Vina, Narad Vina Jivon Sudhod Medya Samadhuri Pura Pankrishna Mukamam Spuramera Shanera Shena Sada Radha Radha Govinda Gopinath Radhanath He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. Radha Kanta is supreme. Jugadharmana Sankirtan is another thing. Jugadharma. Preached by the Jugavatars. It cannot be bread. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he preached, and he associates Tannam Rupa Charitati Dishna, is so it is not different from the Krishna Prajantanandan Shyam Sundar Radha. So he thought that gopis were feeling separation. Gopiyan Krishna के प्रति अत्यंत विरह से आतुर थी. तो उन्होंने कृष्ण नाम का कीर्तन किया, उनकी लीलाओं का गायन किया. क्या गायन किया? तव कथामृतम तप्तजीवनम कविभिरीडितम कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमता ततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ते भूरिदा जना. They began to sing. They were observed. They forgot their whereabouts and this body and senses and everything. Krishna was bound to come. Who came? Radhanath, Gopinath. At once appeared. So he thought that by Nam Sankirtan he might perish. So he began to sing. Namo Devadamo Dhananta Vishno Prasita Prabhu Dukha Jalati Magnam Kripatishti Vishyati Tinam Batan Grihane Samamagga Medhakshidesha Namami Swaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Go Gule Bhrajaman. He began to weep, began to chant loudly, and he was observed Namo Deva Damodarananda Vishnu. Then at once Krishna came, this Bal Gopal, and told what benediction you want now more. Then he was began to tell, we will describe it, explaining it. Other day. Go Brahman. I wanted to say one thing. Yesterday there were so many Bhakta speakers. But it was too late, so I could not tell them to speech and to give their offerings. Like he at first took sannyas from him. And so many others were, क्या वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के हैं? अरे ब्रिजेंद्र अरेस्ट किया था जो
देवेंद्रनाथ
कर रहे हैं
देवेंद्रनाथ
देवेंद्रनाथ वेरी देवेंद्र his feet are very Devendra Prabhu, why you sit there? I always search you to be here, very near. I wanted to that you should speak yesterday, but you could not. You were not. Anyhow, कल मैं एक चीज बोलना भूल गया. क्या बोलना भूल गया? विदेश से लोग from foreign countries, so many devotees came, and they were attracted to Gurupuja Sridhar Maharaja. No, they were attracted to me also somewhat. But how they came? Who brought them? Who brought them? If Swamiji had not gone there and preached so, any of the Western devotees could have come? I think that never. I think that so many devotees are coming also. But I think that they are reading these books of Swamiji. And where there is some smell of Swamiji, they are attracted. So, Swamiji had done marvelous. He had found all and he had made them, oh, see the glory of Sridhar Maharaja, see the glory of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Goswami, see the glory of this little boy orphan, Narayan Bahari. So, I am going, I am giving Pushpanjali in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Maharaj. By his unconditional mercy, I think that you have all come. Not due to me, not due to anyone. It can be called the mercy of Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no harm. But it will come through him. Because the mercy of Krishna depends on the mercy of devotees. Otherwise, Krishna cannot do any mercy. So हम ये क्या करके अपना श्रद्धांजलि उनके चरणों में अर्पित करता हूँ और समझता हूँ कि कल का हम लोगों का जो यह उत्सव था बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल. I think that yesterday our this program was so beautiful and nice. Go Pramanande. Brahmachari should go first and they should arrange. And they should arrange to the devotees to sit in the bus. And one bus you should kept empty, full. And after 4 are occupied, then you should.
बजाना सब मतलब
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna.